Hello, I'm Josie Grace, and this week on In the Spotlight, we take a look at Parkay margarine and the unique history of this interesting food. Parkay margarine was first offered to consumers in 1937 and today is made by Conagra Foods in the United States. But that hasn't always been the case. When the buttery spread was first introduced, it was made by National Dairy Products Corporation until 1995. And then later that year, Nabisco Brands Incorporated took over manufacturing until 1999 when it found its current home at Conagra. But let's talk about margarine for a minute, shall we? The inexpensive alternative to butter was first developed by a French chemist in 1869 and was made out of beef tallow. The spread was first called oleomargarine from the Latin oleum, meaning beef fat, and the Greek margarite, meaning pearl, for its presumably pearlescent luster. The spread first arrived in America sometime in the 1870s, and within 10 years there were 37 companies creating the butter alternative. Margarine, in particular Parkay, first made it to the airwaves in the 1940s and was the longtime sponsor of the Great Gildersleeve.
We'll hear from the Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, I wonder what you mean when you use the word progress, because here's what I mean. Progress means making the old things better and inventing new things that are better than the old. Well, that applies to foods as well as to other things. And modern margarine is an outstanding example. Yes, modern margarine, like Parkay margarine made by Kraft, is certainly a lot different from the margarines of even just a few years ago. Yes, all you have to do is to try Parkay margarine once to know it's different and better because it tastes so deliciously good. That's why Parkay margarine is a favorite everywhere, both for table use and for cooking, too. Now, you all know that proper nutrition is necessary to national defense. Well, Parkay margarine is a wholesome, highly nutritious food. In fact, it's one of the best sources of food energy you could serve. And every pound contains 9,000 units of important vitamin A. So get acquainted with this nourishing modern margarine. Delicious Parkay margarine made by Kraft. Remember, it's Parkay. P-A-R-K-A-Y.
The so-called nutritious spread now contains everything from potatoes to liquid soybean oil and labels itself as having 0 trans fats, but the beef tallow is all but gone. It was proclaimed by its foes to threaten the family farm because it decreased butter sales. Pro-butter political cartoonists pictured factories dropping everything from stray cats to soap, paint, arsenic, and rubber boots into the margarine mix. A long barrage of dubious scientific reports gave the impression margarine caused cancer or possibly led to insanity. Then there was the case of color. Butter traditionally is yellow because cows eat grass and the plant keratin from the grass is in the cow's milk, and voila, yellow butter. Then you look at margarine. The palatable spread got its white paste-like color because it's made in an industrial vat and didn't have the natural coloring. Nowadays, it is a bit more yellow, but that wasn't always the case for the tasty alternative. Some states, Vermont, New Hampshire, and South Dakota, to be exact, all pass laws demanding margarine be dyed an off-putting pink, while other states wanted it to be colored red, brown, or black. All of these so-called pink laws were overturned by the Supreme Court. Margarine got its groove back when Eleanor Roosevelt herself promoted it. So in between endorsements from a first lady and the famous taste test in 1955, where a bunch of senators took the test and it came out on top. And hey, if your favorite radio announcer eats it, then you should too.
You know, people who won't try new things certainly miss a lot. Yes, you just can't know whether you really like something or not until you actually try it yourself. That's why I urge everyone to try delicious Parkay margarine, made by Kraft. Because you're really missing something if you haven't tried this truly modern margarine. First of all, you're missing the delicate, appetizing flavor that makes Parkay margarine outstanding. Why, Americans from coast to coast have found they prefer Parkay margarine because it tastes so good, both for table use and for cooking, too. Secondly, Parkay margarine is an economical source of food values your family needs. Now, that's very important these days. Proper nutrition is essential to national defense. You see, Parkay margarine is wholesome and nutritious. It's one of the best energy foods you could serve. And especially important in the wintertime, Kraft adds 9,000 units of vitamin A to every pound of Parkay, making it a dependable source of this vitamin the year round. Now, with food prices rising, you owe it to yourself to find out how delicious and nourishing economical Parkay margarine is. So don't put it off. Ask your food dealer tomorrow for Parkay, Parkay.
During war times, margarine was a staple in American homes because the fat for butter was sent to the troops overseas. Parkay did its part in encouraging people to help out and buy their product in the meantime. And don't forget, happy holidays and all that stuff too from your favorite margarine.
Now, more than ever, America needs us strong. Even tougher jobs lie ahead in 1945, so it's not too late to make good family nutrition your special New Year's resolution. And to help your hard-working family replace some of that vital energy they use up daily, one of the best foods you can serve is delicious Parkay margarine. This nutritious spread for America's bread is a top-notch energy food, and Kraft makes Parkay an even more valuable food by adding 9,000 units of vitamin A to every single pound. And there's still another way Parkay margarine aids good family nutrition. Parkay's fresh, delicate flavor makes other wholesome foods taste better. Makes you want to eat and enjoy your full share of bread, rolls, and cooked vegetables. So make Parkay a regular part of your family's daily diet. Buy delicious, nourishing Parkay. Parkay. Parkay margarine made by Kraft.
As of 2014, butter was winning the long-time battle of the spreads. Some say it's caused by people wanting to eat more natural foods. In 2002, more than 3 decades after the last margarine color ban was lifted, Parkay decided to have a little fun and produced a new margarine in a fun squeeze bottle. It came in 2 colors. One of them was pink.